Okay, let's start with number 1. So number 1, they have families going to an amusement park, and the Smiths are going to pay $8.82 for passes for 10 adults plus 18 children. The Jones family is going to pay $951 for 11 adults and 19 children. So I notice right away that the first equation works. Second equation, if I subtracted, would work. The third is wrong because look at that right there. I'm adding the values, so that's wrong. Fourth, 10A, 18C, is what I wrote. But then it says, what equation can be used to solve? So if you go ahead and line them up, you could 10A plus 18C. You could write it out as adding them and adding and adding. So A looks like the best option. You don't want to subtract, because then if I subtract, I distribute that minus sign everywhere. And then the last one is just the fact that it's the two separate ones, and that did us no good. So number 2, which system of equations has the same solution as the one below? So what they want you to do is to go ahead and do something to this equation to get these 4 equations. So let's take a look at A. A, the top row is the same. So the B, the bottom. So if I multiply everything by a 2, this should have been 8. So that's wrong. Let's look at B. B, if I divided the whole top one by 2, this would have been an 8. So that one's wrong. C, okay, so the top one's right, and then the bottom, oh look, bottom fixed what I said for A. And D, I would have multiplied the whole top by 3, the whole bottom by 2, but look at this sign here, so that made it wrong. So C was the answer. Number 3, without solving them, explain why the systems must have the same solution. And notice it said explain. So they're not just saying because they are. You have to say what happened. So let's take a look. Row A, it looks like to get to the top on B is multiplied by 2. So this is a kind of a bad question, because then if you notice the second ones are not the same, and I had double checked it, they aren't even the same line. So if you were asked something like that, you would have said that system B is twice the size of system A's first equation. Okay, and then it would not be the same solution because the second lines are not even the same line. So number 4. So really 3 is a bad question. 4. Which pair of equations could not be used to solve the following for x and y? So we just did one like this. So the top is the same. The bottom, they did the opposites. So that's right, but and then look, I can go ahead and cancel out my y's. So the next one, or C, is the same on top, bottoms by 2. And the x's would cancel, so that's a good one. B, multiply by 3 on the top row, bottom row by -3, and then my y's would cancel. Now let's look at D. Multiply the top by 2, bottom by 4. Oh, look at that. They forgot to do that, so D is the correct answer.